Good morning, everybody. This is Carlos. Running slightly uphill towards the tree graveyard. I'm in zone 4 and I've just finished listening to a video that I was watching at home. Hi. One of the options that you get with the premium YouTube package is that you get to be able to listen to videos with the screen off. So you can basically follow along. The only problem was that I didn't realize I was streaming the video while I was wandering around the house, getting about my breakfast chores. But halfway down my street, suddenly the audio stopped. This feature I will use again, because quite often, especially if you're listening and watching a series where the voices that you know, very familiar series, you don't actually have to see what's going on to follow the story. Very good series on YouTube called Vera, V-E-R-A. She's a chubby woman detective working out of Newcastle on Tyne. Tyneside is in Northumberland. I'm just at the colony of mushrooms, and it looks as if they have been vandalized once again. That's a shame. I'm glad I took the picture when I did. It looked like some kid had systematically decapitated all the mushrooms with a switch. That's what it looked like. Somebody had swiped at them. Oh well. I sent the picture to the Savage News, so it might appear today, which would be kind of ironic, as today, or shortly before today, those mushrooms disappeared by some weird circumstance. I'm just coming up to Ash. Hello. So this is peak traffic time. I'll pause this for a second. Well, that was interesting. A car paused for me, holding up 5 or 6 cars behind him, so I could cross out of their way. I was prepared to wait. There you go. The courtesy of the average driver never ceases to amaze me. Especially here in Victoria, they're very courteous. I'm going to be going into the washroom today to take a drink. Oh, excuse me. That was my porridge. $6.44 per kilometer. I won't start playing any live air mix type music just yet because I'm still likely to startle some fellow trail users. But once I get into the quieter regions of the forest, I will pick something for us to listen to while I catch my breath. There'll be a fair amount of hiking on this run because I am heading to the Mountain of Joy, and I'm taking Irvine up. I just decided that now, talking to you. Alright, so let me think. Pick a tune and continue as normal. Minutes into this run, and I'm already getting excited. Let's see what I can offer you to listen to other than the running tap. Here we go.
What's wrong with my voice? What's wrong with my voice? Got something to think, geniuses?
That, unfortunately, is on the original live recording. A bit of feedback for you while I adjust my volumes.
Average heart rate 129. Workout average pace 6 minutes 50 seconds per kilometer.
Alright. I think I have to turn this down a bit now. That should be it. I'll have to go with whatever setting I have now. Alright. Back to my run. So the kids haven't even arrived yet for the outdoor school, but they have made themselves a little... I guess it's some crude shelter. Sorry about this, I'm taking a picture of this crude shelter. Got it. We're talking about preschool kids who spend most of their day outside with an organized group. So lots of ambient sound today. Alright, so Irvine going up. It'll very soon become a hike, but not quite yet. This is still a little bit of both. Zone 4, you see. Quite often when you run up at a hill, when you grind to a halt with the run, your heart is still pumping hard, and it really doesn't notice the difference when you transition into hike. This is real steep. I'm leaning forward at about into a 45-degree pitch. See what I mean about the music? I could barely hear this when I was setting up the volume levels, but now I'm thinking it might be just a little loud, but I'll leave it. There's nothing worse than faffing around all the time. I don't mind doing that in the first 10 minutes of a recording. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with the music today. Quite often my videos get flagged for the music. Doesn't seem to happen quite as much on when I'm recording audio, but I normally get a heads up email from the YouTube sheriff telling me that it will not affect the status of my channel. Almost recorded an accident there for you. Up, up, up. I think this is going to take me onto Arbutus Ridge. Or Arbutus Mount, sorry. Arbutus Ridge is on the other side. Yep. I found yet another way to get here. All I have today with me in terms of equipment is my voice recorder and my phone and my heart rate monitor. Today I can actually say that I'm cold.
Average heart rate 143. Workout average pace 8 minutes 43 seconds per kilometer.
I'm going to take another photograph when I get near to the top of Arbutus Mount, just for the geo-positioning on my map. Yep. I have to take a left pretty soon. That's where I will take the picture. Yep, right here. Bear with me. Putting the voice recorder down. I'm trying to get the best spot for the picture. Nope, sorry, not available. I know that. Okay. Zone 3. And I'm off again. So take another left. I'm now on Norn. Lovely bit of downhill. And a right. So I'm on Irvine, officially. I think. Yeah, it's telling me to go this way. Alright. Zone 4. And I'm out the door. Zone 4. Hand jive. Hand jive. I know this trail. It gets very steep very soon. Like right about here. Now officially out of breath. And jive. Good old Levon Helm. He was the brains and the talent. Maybe not the brains, but a large percentage of the talent was Levon Helm in the band. Alright, I'm running again. As I cross Churchill Drive onto the other side of Irvine. Yesterday I had a very pleasant supper with an 80-year-old, maybe older man, a German man. He might end up being a client of mine. Yesterday's meeting was with his son and myself. His name is Carl.
Average heart rate 150. Workout average pace 9 minutes 3 seconds per kilometer.
He has dementia and he's living in the big old house on his own. So I might be asked to fix up his meals 3 times a week. So I'll keep you posted on that one. Oh, you hear the raven? You can hear the music too. I like coming into the forest in the early morning because quite often you hear the owls. They've been on duty all night. All right. I've just crawled under one fallen tree that was leaning up against the rock face. It's been there for at least 10 years. And another one here, just as old. Same aspect. Blown out of its roots from a windstorm. Something I didn't want to see. A bunch of litter on Mount Douglas. There was too much soiled looking tissue paper for me to want to touch it. Not sure why I like this song, but it got saved to my like list. The nice thing about the YouTube Premium is that you can add songs to download for when you're out in the bush, so you don't have to be streaming. I didn't realize that.
Average heart rate 150. Workout average pace 9 minutes 32 seconds per kilometer.
So my average heart rate now is higher than when I was running. So you figure it out. Bang for your buck is what cardio fitness is all about. The less of the intensity, the longer you have to do it for. Still haven't figured out what song this is. Oh, that was short. Back to my friends again. The lyrical and musical Grateful Dead. I'm sure these songs are all well known to a lot of people, not only Grateful Dead fans, but I only know it as a Grateful Dead tune. It might actually be a Woody Guthrie song, for all I know. Zone 4, and I'm still working up Irvine. The thoughts I can they're better left unsung. Ripple, that's the name of this tune. Rippling. So this is endangering the old karaoke zone. Try and avoid singing anymore. But I'm pretty much the only person up here at the moment. Now I'm on Upper Irvine, about to take another picture of Gordon Head from up here.
Average heart rate 148. Workout average pace 9 minutes 49 seconds per kilometer.
Okay, so this is where I stop and take a picture. Let me sit down for a second. Oh, beautiful. Zone 3. My steps alone. This is Jerry Garcia singing when he still had a voice. He used to be a mandolin teacher. He used to teach the banjo, basically. And then for a while he was working the steel pedal Hawaiian type guitar. So he has many strings to his bow, literally. So ever since I hit the forest, I have been either in zone 3 or zone 4. This is the top, pretty much.
Zone 4.
I have this steep little rock face to go up, and then eventually I'll be coming out on the antenna tower, which is where I will head down Glendenning for home. Today's total outing will be about 50 minutes tops, and of which I will probably record 36 minutes. So far I've only paused, but I haven't stopped the file. So I should be able to take a peek very soon to see how much time I in fact have recorded.
Average heart rate 144. Workout average pace 10 minutes 13 seconds per kilometer.
I had a thought for the title, but it escapes me now. I do these runs so often, and I so often am recording on the run, so I have to be careful not to call an episode twice the same name. It does happen. Quite often, actually, in my case. But I guess looking back on it, it doesn't really matter. if there's 2 Irvine Trail recordings. Time for hydration. Now that tells me that I've been out for 20 minutes, which means I've probably been recording for 16 minutes. Yeah, that's probably what it'll say. I could stop the recording to have a look, but I'm not really that concerned. As I pop out once again, oh, this is a very good spot for a photo. Now I wish I had my good camera. I can see Mount Baker as clear as day. I'll try zooming in, see if I can get a better shot of Mount Baker. Yep. I took 2 because my hands were shaking. You know what? Today I'm going to go down South Ridge Trail. So maybe I will call it that. South Ridge Descent. I had an option right there which side of the rock to follow. This side should take me to South Ridge. The other one would have taken me straight into the gully of Glendenning.
Workout average pace 10 minutes 36 seconds per kilometer.
Alright, that will take me back onto Irvine, so I have to push over the top here. Excuse me, I'm choking up here. Yep, this is correct. I think I can actually see a particular spot that has always eluded me in the past. Ah, yes. This one actually calls for a panorama. It might stop the music in a second as I go round and round. There's downtown Victoria. And there's the antenna. And I'm done.
Zone 2.
I'll take a picture of the South Ridge Trail sign just so that I can use it later.
Zone 3.
I'll take it in square mode. Got it.
Zone 2.
Alright, so now the last extracurricular activity is to check on the time of the recording. As I pause, okay, well I checked, and I have 2 minutes left.
Average heart rate 129. Workout average pace 11 minutes 1 second per kilometer. Zone 3.
And I'm heading down, which is great. Means I will be able to make up some of the time, some of my deficit over the next 20 minutes or so of my run back.
Zone 2.
Zone 2. Yep, I'm now risking life and limb following a designated trail. This would be considered
Zone 3.
a black diamond trail in terms of technical difficulty. And down a little more. This is easy. This is much easier. South Ridge Trail. I can start hearing the sound of the traffic on Shelbourne Street. So time for one more picture and then I will say goodbye. Goodbye.